ओम ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुं परमानंदम वंदे स्वानंद विग्रहम् यस्य सन्निध्यमात्रेण चिदानंदायते तनुः। Already we have discussed that verse number 8, चतुराशीति लक्षणानाम् एकैकं समुदाहृतं ततः शिवेन पीठानां षोडशानं शतं कृतम्. So among 8.4 million posture, Lord Shiva selected only 84 asanas. So this asanas here is called as pithas. So to be understood it very carefully. So pitha means it has got different meanings. The Swami where he stage is called pitham. So pitham also is called as place of learning. That's why Arsha Vidya Pitham. So the Pitham where Arsha Vidya is being taught. Pitham also called Asanam. So Asana means where one is being seated. And here also Pitham means posture. If you look at these three things together, so first you do posture, so that becomes your foundation, so that you are being seated on that second Pitham. And that becomes the location. And out of all these 84 main Pithas, he brings that two are most important. And what are the two? One was called Siddhasana and other one was called Kamalasana. So Siddhasana and Kamalasana means Padmasana becomes most important postures which leads this Pitham regularly. And he also would like to explain so what is called as Siddha Asana. Siddhasana. Let us read. योनिस्तानकमङ्घ्रिमूलघटितं कृत्वा दृढं विनश्ये मेढ्रोपादमथैकमेव हृदये कृत्वा हनुं सुस्थिरम्. स्थाणु संयमितेन्द्रियो चलदृशा पश्येत् भ्रूरन्तरम्. ह्येषत् मोक्षकवाटभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते. So how many of you could follow or read? You can say, Swamiji, you read, that's enough. So we could hear, that's enough, okay? Please, it's not good, okay? How? So he says, look, Siddhasanam Prochyate. So that is called Siddhasana. And what is the Siddhasana? Moksha Kabata Veda Janakam. It's a very nice word he uses. He etat, this Siddhasana, this is called Siddhasana, and this Siddhasana's job is indeed Moksha Kabata Veda Janakam. So that means, so this is nothing. Moksha, in order to gain liberation, so there is a blockage. Kavata means a door. So there is a door. So the door has to be unlocked. So if the door is not unlocked, can you enter inside? You don't say that you want to break the door, okay? There is a beautiful saying. This is what happens. A student approaches a master, and master says, hey, look, I have kept something inside the room. I don't know. Where did I leave the key? So will you be able to find out the key so that the door can be opened? So this was the voice of master. And what happened? So each one of them tried to search for the key. Some of them tried to look at the brand lock so that you know how to open it, how to duplicate it. Somebody said we can break. And after long hours of discussion, the master asked all of you, could you do something? We are still trying. Master said, okay, while trying, did you try whether door is locked or not first? But unfortunately, door was not locked. Nobody checked whether door was locked or not. But everybody checks everything than the basic thing. And this is what happens to many of us in our life. And here he says, Moksha Kavata Veda Janakam. So there is a Vedam, and which is in the form of a door, Kavatam. So this Kavatam we have to do, you have to pierce. We have to break Vedam. We have to get into. So how to get into? To break? To make a duplicate? First check whether door is closed or locked or not. What is exactly all about it? That's why this Siddhasana becomes the key to unlock the Kavata. Kavata means the door of moksha. Such a beautiful word he puts, okay? And how it happens, okay, amazing. Then the question may come, how it is possible? Let us look at the procedure so that it becomes easier to understand. Yoni स्थानमकम् अङ्घ्रिमूलघटितं कृत्वा दृढं विनश्येत् मेढ्रोपादम् अथैकमेव हृदये कृत्वा हनुं स्वस्थिरम्. This is the explanation. So what you need to do here is first that Anghrimulam Drudham Binasya, where in Yonisthanam. So you need to place the heel in Yonisthana, which is called as a perineum. And as you do, Medropadam अथ एकमेव हृदये कृत्वा हनुम सुस्थिरम. So once you place this thing, so you need to really be strong enough. So you need to make sure that the heel is being pressed properly. And once you do, place the other one on the top of it. Other leg put on the other leg so that you will be seated properly backside. Then not only that, he says also you need to hanu sistiram hudaye kutva hanum sustiram. So you need to hanu means chin. So chin you need to place on your hudayam. You can say on your chest, on heart actually. So on your chest, because why you use the word hridayam? Because there is attitude. It's not physical. You understand? Like I see many people do practice asana. So stressed. Because it should be done so comfortably that nobody can make out that you are doing rigorous practice. Rigorous practice is to prove. Here there is nothing called prove but to improve. Life is all about improving, not proving. If you observe, have you ever seen the honeybees tries to explain the flies or ordinary bees? Hey, look, honey is much more better than shit. Do they waste their time explaining? Honeybees are busy in collecting honey. Ordinary bees are busy jumping from one sheet to other. And because both of them don't try to prove each other, maybe they have good relationship with them. So also in relationship. Life is not about proving I am right, other wrong, I am wrong, other right, or both are right. Hey, keep improving. People will come, people will drop, things will happen as it's supposed to happen. And moreover, I am just a Sakshi Purusha Ityartha. So also he says, keeping the chin, placing the chin on heart. So that then what happens? I think we have discussed some other classes, especially we have discussed in this Kapalabhati. However, then the person should what become sthanu. So stanu means a post, a pillar, means not moving. So as steady as a pillar or as a post. So once you become, then sayama etendriyaha jaladusha pashyat bhruvanantaram, where all the indriyas sayama under control. So that means when all these senses are under control, the person pasyet. How does he look at? Where does he look at? Bhruvoho anantaram. So in between the space that is in both the eyebrows. Agya chakra ityartha. And this is what all about Siddhasana. Now technically question may arise, how does it becomes the key to unlock liberation? Because now you are a Vedanta student, okay? For everywhere you know how to ask question, especially when you want to, show off. Simple. The opposite of samsara is moksha. So what is samsara? And not Tamil samsara, okay? So it is a Tamil New Year, okay? So don't bring it. So we are not talking about that samsara, okay? Samsara means bondage. So what is bondage? When does the bondage take place? If you observe, when your thinking is in the lower level of chakras, your bondage is that complicated. This is Yoga Shastra, okay? If you observe, when you read newspaper, some bad news you get, and what happens? Okay, little bit heart will pump. That's all. Whereas if the one person is part of it, where does it starts pumping activities? It will be much more lower. Have you not observed? And if you observe whether it's Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, okay, sometimes Anahata. Hey, don't look at me, okay? So you what are this? And remember, that's why I'm telling you, lower chakras when becomes more activated during your day-to-day activities, your bondage is that complicated. Whereas when you relate with people, situation from Agya Chakra standpoint, definitely you will not have bondage. Observe this point. When you are talking to anybody, bring that person in your Agya Chakra and relate that person through Agya Chakra. It's a very good exercise. Maybe we should do sometime. And this is the key. For some time you do this here. This is supposed to be extended. And once you relate anybody and everybody with Agya Chakra, it is like doing Japam. When you do Japam Gayatri, suppose 10 minutes Japam you do, definitely another 5 minutes, that mantra will continue, that lingering time. If you do 1 hour japam, maybe half an hour, the lingering time, what we call in bad language hangover, okay? You drink, a hangover continues. So here also, when you do Siddhasana for 1 hour, now you relate your breathing, your body, everything during that time from Agya Chakra. Now, after 1 hour of practice Siddhasana, still that will continue at least for half an hour. So, at least 1.5 hours, you are free from the world, free from your entanglement, from your projection. And making free from your entanglement, your projection is called liberation, freedom. And that's why it is being said, Moksha Kavata Veda Janakam iti. Continuing. Vamorupori Dakshinam che Charanam Sasthapya Vamam Tatha Daksharupari Paschimena Vidhina Trutva Karabhyam Drudham Angushto Hrudaye Nidhaya Chibukam Nasagramalokaye Etat Vidhi Vikaranasanakaram Padmasanam Prochyate. Same thing he highlights here very nicely. When Siddhasana becomes the key to unlock the door of the door to liberation, here the Padmasana journey is that Vyadhi Vikara Nasanakaram, that which removes alignment and bodily disturbances. That's why if your body is not okay, you will not be able to do Padmasana. It's amazing thing to observe. So Padmasana definitely is important to take care of this physical body. That's why we have highlighted long back. Morning when you get up, after getting up, be seated in Padmasana for a few minutes at least. In fact, it is better to be seated on Padmasana, even if on your bed, and do Pratasmaranam. So that at least you will not go back to sleep again. Okay? Or else, Pratasmarami Pradesam Suratatma Tattvam. Then suddenly, Sachit Sugam Paramahamsa. You understand how mind moves? There is no rhythm. Sometimes one word will be coming, other word is gone. Then what? Sukham. My life is waste. There is no sukham. Then Sachit, my chitti was good. Where is chit and chitti? You understand? So continues. That's why better to be in Padmasana. You'll see a big difference. So how to do Padmasana? Let us see. वामोरुपरि दक्षिणं च चरणे संस्थाप्य वामं तथा दक्षिणः उपरि पश्चिमेन विधिना धृत्वा कराभ्यां दृढम् अंगुष्टौ हृदये निधाय चिबुकं नासाग्रम आलोकयेत् इति. So do you understand? If you understand, I am done. Okay. So what is to be done is, so you need to place one, let us say, leg, 1 foot over another. Both are allowed. Left on right, right also on the left. Why and how, that will also talk a little bit differently. So first he says, Bamo upari dakshinam. Bamaha upari dakshinam. So take the right. So once you take the right, put place on your left thigh. Then once you do, then again left foot on your right. Also you can do other way, in an alternative way. So how alternative? So instead of taking right first, you can take left first. And that we do generally based on which nostril your breathing is. And also for different purpose, also we do for different, you know, mantra we do differently. So let us not get into, but both are acceptable, both are allowed. That's all. And don't ask me anytime that what are the mantras and why and how. Okay, first do it. Okay, whatever is said. Don't know everything. These are the things you should not know much. Okay, better do first. Then comes, once this is there, now you need to make it very clearly. Very nice. This is very advanced one. Once this is done, then you lift both the feet and catch hold of Angushta, the thumb. And when you thumb, then make that feet facing thumb. A lot of practice required. It should touch towards your hrudaya, towards your chest. And once it is there, then of course, what you need to do, once you do that, now you need to do Nasagra Dhyana. Earlier it was Chibukam. It was between Bhrumadhya, Agya Chakra. Here is on the tip of the nose. And why tip of the nose? Also, I would like to bring this point. Remember, the whole body responds to breathing. One is supposed to be watchful of breathing. As long as your breathing is rhythmic, there is awareness in your breathing. You will be discovering that there will be awareness with your body. Just observe this point. If you are not aware of breathing, you can never become aware of your body. That's why every time you are supposed to watch your breathing. While eating, while going to bed, while bathing, while going out. Okay? So this Swara Yoga. And it makes a big difference. Now, Padmasana makes you to not only gaze at your tip of the nose, also in the process, you become aware of your breathing. And once you are aware of your breathing, you will discover that you will keep object people situation at their respective places. And once people, object or situations are kept in their respective places, will you have any mala? Will you have any impurities? All our impurities what? Not that the house are having full of things, but house having few things in the wrong places. Can you see this point? A museum is full of things. Still, you call as museum, not that, because they have kept properly in order. So also in you, if there are plenty of things, no problem. But it is supposed to be kept in order. But how do you keep? The best example is you don't know where is kept what. When you search, look for, you never get. But when you do not look for, you get that. Have you not seen this? And I see for myself, thank God, computer helps me. On computers, desktop. How many files? Don't ask. But one good thing in computer is that you search that file, oh, that fellow brings faster, okay? That's why sometimes I feel to have GPS with every items, okay? So that through the phone you can search anything and everything. That would be great, huh? Interesting. Don't worry, time is going to come, okay? It's just a matter of time. Everyone will have a scanner. You can put a scanner and connect to the GPS and some device. And it will work. I'm not telling you jokes. If somebody devise a app which will do this job, it will click like anything. I'm just asking all of you. You guys will buy or not, at least. Big headache, okay? And especially those who are giving things on rent, they will be happy. So that they remember what they have left in the house. Everything is being recorded. All hotels, everybody will be very happy. You don't have to go and send people to check whether things are there or not. You understand? One app, if something is missing here and there changed, it will show differently. If it is not there, it will show red. How is it? See, these are you have to think, ahead of time, okay? Not behind time or following somebody. Problem with you people, you never think ahead of time. Always you people are behind time, okay? That's why I cannot forget you people. Now time is up. This is also over. Only 2 minutes over. So Padmasan also over. Long back I said about the app, me and my friend. And that too before pandemic. Had we done, by this time we would have got not less than 1 billion subscribers. We missed the best. The golden period we missed. Because I always think before time. Anyway, no problem. More of it I will say tomorrow. Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.